He's definitely noticed physical changes.
Yeah.
So he's been really excited and supportive of that for me. So, and noticing that I'm feeling more confident in how I'm looking and feeling. That's been one of the biggest things. And I think for him, he was worried that, kind of at the beginning, like, okay, are we going to have to, just be eating like plain chicken breasts and brown rice every day,
Yeah.
And it's not been that at all.
Okay.
It's been so manageable.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the way that my pants have started fitting in the waist has been the biggest change for me, for sure. So, and even shirts too. Like it's kind of all that torso area is like, okay, like this shirt now totally fits differently. So, but if I think back, like I think my skin probably is feeling just more clear, like feel just healthier.
Mm-hmm.
That it has felt so simplified. Like it was never an overwhelming, you need to do this and this and this and this. Like it always was made to fit my life in a way that works, but then also to kind of adapt and say, okay, like this is what you're doing now. This is how we can adjust that a little bit without overhauling it. The biggest difference is it all just feels way more manageable.
Okay.
It feels like I've kind of always known what I needed to do, but being able to put that into practice still was very overwhelming and felt very daunting.
Yeah, okay.
That now everything feels like, okay, these are all just very basic pieces that you can put together, and this kind of how that puzzle piece is kind of like, here's this puzzle piece, here's this puzzle piece, instead of them all being like scattered and you're like searching for one and like which way does it go.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, no, just take this piece, put it here. Now you take this piece and you put it here, and that has made a big difference. So,
awesome.
to anyone who's on the fence about this, I would highly encourage you to go ahead and jump off of that fence and make that commitment, because it's going to help you make those changes, or to give you the information and the power to make those changes that you've been thinking about and wanting to do. Sometimes it's a matter of, oh yeah, I really need this information. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes saying, I've got all the information I need. Like there is like mountains and piles of information out there. How do I make it fit my life in a way that works for me? And that's what this program has done for me. When there's two big things that I've noticed is a lot of times at the end of the day, I'll just let the girls know, hey, I'm going downstairs to work out. And then they're like, I want to come too. And they will come down and, they might join me for like 10 or 15 minutes doing something, and then they'll run off and play on their own stuff. We made them some of their own gym equipment over the holidays, and they got that for Christmas. So they love just being down there and being able to, to exercise with me, like whether that's actually doing the same thing that I'm doing sometimes or just being in that same space. Yeah. And that's been really nice to see, that they see that it's, not a chore or a task, but we can have fun and we can still spend family time together, because that is so limited. Yeah. The other things have just been finding different ways to incorporate some of those, healthier eating habits that they just pick up on so quickly. Like, and things that I may have been resistant to, like having, just a side salad for dinner, where I bring that out for myself. Mm-hmm. And now the girls are like, I want that. And especially with our 3-year-old, she's a lot more picky about foods right now. But for whatever reason, if I have a side salad, out there like that, she just gravitates to that straight away, and she will eat like a whole ton of veggies that way. Versus if I tried to have something much more elaborate, or even just other veggies, that's been something that she picks up on. And now that's kind of our norm now, is to have those available. So whether that's kind of like her always food now, is that there's always cucumbers and salad available.
Yeah.
So many of the programs I've done in the past that has had that element of, do this for 90 days, do this for 30 days, and then you're done. And you kind of switch back right to what you were doing beforehand. Because it felt like such a, you just got to power through these 90 days, you got to power through these 30 days or whatever that is. And then, then you'll magically have achieved your goal. And that's not what it is. Like, these are things that I want to maintain throughout my life. Like, I want to be physically active. I want to have healthy food choices, that also incorporate like, you know, the special events, and that I don't feel like, oh my gosh, I had ice cream with the girls, like I'm totally like off the wagon. I need to just throw everything, you know, to the side, or to like swing the other way and like totally restrict myself, you know, and that's not where I want to be. And right now I feel like I have very much found that happy spot in the middle that I can say, yeah, this is where I feel really good eating. Like this is what my plate looks like when I, you know, on a meal by meal, day by day, week by week basis.
Yeah.
You know, that's where that balance has really come into play. And I want to make sure that that continues, you know, for however long I'm around eating.
Yeah.